Hi, good afternoon. Thanks for inviting me. My name is Kike Nimo. I'm head of marketing for Sonar+D. Creativity, technology, business, and therefore innovation is in our DNA. So I guess that's why I'm here. I'm gonna talk about the role of art in technology innovation. How many of you knows about Sonar? Some of you, right? Sonar have three different parts, three different venues. One is Sonar by day. Another one is Sonar by night. I think something is not really working. This is not the presentation. Is it all right? Because I updated the presentation yesterday, and it wasn't this presentation. Yeah, that's the presentation. Sorry about that. Yeah, what I was saying is that Sonar has three different venues. Sonar by day, which is an open-air venue from 1 to 11, so it's a daily event. Sonar by night, which goes from 10 to 6. It's a different venue. It's an indoor venue, explosion of light and sound. And Sonar+D. It brings together the creative technology global community to promote their talent. Sonar is well known as well for their brand positioning, thanks to their image campaign. So we've been talking about communicating our event, our festival, with elderly, retired people, or with Maradona, or with humans with animal bodies as a result of a failed experiment, with ghosts, with two psyche power twins. I mean, there are many campaigns you can check in the internet, but that help us to build a brand and create our own territory. We are surrealistic, we are provocative, we are creative. But I'm not going to talk about Sonar. Just I did the introduction. I'm going to tell you again a story about the role of art and technology innovation. Before I start with this story, I want you to get this idea. Innovation is much more connected with the party concept that you may think, and that's why Sonar It's a unique innovation ecosystem with some characteristics difficult to find elsewhere, and you'll see why. There we go. Anyone knows what is this? I'm sure you know. This is Burning Man. This is well, about 30 years ago, a bunch of 20 people go to the Nevada desert to celebrate summer solstice. Since then, now today there are 70,000 people living there for 1 week. No cash involved, so only people just exchange things. And yeah, again, in the Nevada desert, they create stuff, some of it with some sense, other probably no very, yes, it's inspirational, it's creative. Who is the people that go each other to this extreme camping? What are the people who work in Facebook, in Google, Amazon, Twitter? They go there and they take it as an initiative right to explore with new forms of production, new forms of creation aside Silicon Valley. They take it as a right to leave the year behind and to prepare the upcoming year. So the social core of Burning Man is the social core of Silicon Valley. Okay, this is an important date in history for the digital era, as we know it. And in that date, Douglas Engelbart, for 90 minutes in San Francisco, in front of 1,000 people, he did the mother of all demos. It was the first streaming live demo where he presented some of the foundation of modern computing. What a mouse was, a text processor, Windows display, hypertext, video conferencing, hypermedia. Who is this guy? Stuart Brand. He was holding the camera and helping Douglas Engelbart to this first demo, the mother of all demos, important date in history of digital era. This guy was a leader of Californian 60s movement counterculture and one of the pioneers of the digital revolution. He was one of the merry pranksters, hippies living in a commune, California, started to experience with psychedelic drugs, organizing the first music festivals, incorporating the first lighting shows, and they travel across U.S. to promote counterculture. And they are responsible for a great part of counterculture imagery. Stuart Brand also led a campaign in 1966 to get NASA to release a photo of the Earth. So far, till that time, we hadn't seen a photo of our planet. So he thought that that would increase humankind planetary consciousness. So 1 year after, NASA released the first photo of the planet as we know it. That was Stuart Brand was also behind the publication, the Whole Earth Catalog, first guide of the digital era for those who wanted to break with establishment and reinvent society at the end of the 60s. Articles were about a first personal computer, DIY, gardening, the first Sims. Who were the readers of these publications? There was two type of people. Hippies, the first hippies, they were coming back. It was a great movement of hippies coming back to the countryside to live in communions, like Drop City, Colorado, one of the main ones. The other type of people, they were engineers working at the first labs in Silicon Valley, mainly Xerox PARC. In Xerox PARC, it was invented also laser print, Ethernet standard, modern PC, graphic user interface, ubiquitous computing. In this context, organization as a people-computer company came up. They were promoting the use of people computers as a symbol of freedom. Till that moment, computers were associated to control and technology. They were under the government, influence. And in that context, some restless young people started to think on how to get computer closer to the people. In the meantime, in the other side, in the East Coast, there was Bell Laboratories. They also invent radio astronomy, transistor, laser, C++ programming language. There were happening interesting things as well. Billy Clover from Bell Labs invited Robert Rauschenberg, avant-garde artist from New York. So there is one of the first collaboration, artists, scientists, engineering. Experiments in art and technology. One of the main ones were 9 evenings, where during 9 days, artists and engineers got together and explored new paths, new forms, new ways to create. It's one of the main experiments Robert Rauschenberg and Billy Clover did together. They connect microsensors, convert in each tennis racket, in sound on each impact, switch lights off. So at the end, it was visible only possible through infrared cameras. It was the first time this technology was shown to the general public, as before was only used by the army. But this is today. What's going on today? There are some samples of collaboration between artists, technologists. This is UVA. This is an artistic studio based in London. They were working with Massive Attack to do the whole scenography, lighting setup and technology setup. They were including real-time data during their concerts. What happened is that UVA created a 3D software to do that. So they realized that it could be a product to sell. And now it's a software product that is being sold around the world and used for this type of things. So as a result of this collaboration, a new business line came up. Another example, James George, an artist, found a new way to create images with Kinect technology. So Microsoft invite him over as an artist in residence. And they developed Depth Kit, another product the people can buy. It's a commercial product. There you go. There's another sample of collaboration between artists and technologists. 7-on-7 conference pairs 7 leading artists with 7 luminary technologies and challenging them to make something new together, whether if that is an application or word provocation or whatever they imagine. Arduino. We have David Cuartillas here, one of the founders. It's a microcontroller kit for building digital devices. They have revolutionized hardware. And it has been created by a creative community, not by technologies. Well, I mean, everything entangled today is quite sometimes it's difficult to separate. Another example of collaboration between artists and companies, technology. Artists in residence at Spotify developed a project to visualize when two people click at the same time in the same song worldwide. Even CERN, scientific institution, well known, has his artistic residence program right now. So as you see, this is something very common nowadays. It's a trend. I mean, John Maeda, he studies the intersection between technology and art, and he defends that art should be included into this equation, STEM, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Well, as you see, liberal arts are being very much considered nowadays within technology companies. Tech companies are hiring more liberal arts majors than you think. That useless liberal arts degree has become tech hottest ticket. Not every Silicon Valley leader is an engineer, including these 9 super successful liberal art majors. IBIM, another example, a non-profit art tech center that each year get 20 new artists in residence to work with technologies to develop new media art to open source projects. Littlebeats is another good example of hardware created by people that come from creative fields. This is an electronic building block that is democratizing hardware. So anyone can build up a prototype that's been created by designers. So I'm trying to, I think you follow me, but I'm trying to highlight the value of artists in this, in today's economy, creative economy. It is an Apple DNA that technology alone is not enough. It's technology married with liberal arts, married with humanities that yields us the result that makes our heart sing. And that's what we do at Sonar+D. Can you turn the volume up?
Different things. Even though I write about music, I think it's always so important to look outside of music and to look at other industries. Musicians, designers, visual artists, dancers come together and imagine what their future will look like.
I think many people who come to this festival are also a lot into alternative music, alternative styles, alternative technologies.
I'm fascinated every time I come here to see what people do with that intersection, how they problem solve, how they tell stories.
It's kind of magic to go here. It's a big community, a big celebration.
There are a bunch of people who are passionate, who are professional, who are intellectual.
Gent amb inquietuds, amb iniciatives, amb idees, amb prototips, observant, descobrint, detectant talent.
You know, the guts of how it works. How does technology help enable it and create it?
Entertain and inspire and educate and balance these things together.
I totally understand why people get excited about it and really do understand why Sonar would expand into all these different areas.
So you get all of the different angles on the one project.
El Sonar+D planteja problemàtiques, perspectives, idees.
I find criticality inspiring. This is actually one of the things that's great about Sonar+D.
Is the word advanced?
We're not talking about technology, we're talking about ideas.
The question of ethics in technology.
That we now live in an age that more than anything else describes itself in economic terms.
I think technology is there to empower people, so we have to find new ways to use technology and not be abused by technology.
En esa relación entre tecnología, cultura y sociedad hay muchos mundos posibles.
At the center of all of this, all these discussions, is creators.
There's so much potential for artists to try and find their own language within those technologies. Somewhere like Sonar+D, you can really see that starting to happen.
Art always been a sign of a healthy civilization, of a healthy society.
Creativity, technology,
and business.
So I would say, like has been said in the video, that technology is there to empower people. So we need to learn how to use technology, not to be abused by technology. And I think artists have an important role to humanize technology. Thank you very much.